Gibraltar is a British overseas territory and headland on Spain's south coast. But here's 5 facts about Gibraltar.
FactsMania!
Welcome back, guys. My name is FactsMania, and this is part 4 of the British series. Now, we already covered up Jersey, Guernsey, and Isle of Man. Well, Isle of Man was so funny. But yeah, we're doing the facts, and then later on we're doing a surfer stereotype in one video, which I thought was kind of cringe right there. Seeing that video is kind of cringe. But we're going to now. We're going to be counting the amount of dudes and a lot of mans and a lot of other surfers words that I do not want to say. But anyways, yeah, I believe tomorrow I'll be recording not in my room to do England. So this is going to be I don't know if this is going to be the last time I'm doing recording here, but anyways, let's go to the facts. Fact number 1. Gibraltar has its own language. Latino, spoken Gibraltar, is a bizarre mix of Indonesian, Spanish, and English, along with Spantarings of Portuguese and Maltese words, other medieval dialects, and even some of the Hebrew origin. Speakers seems to switch language mid-sentence, make it nearly impossible for those who speak only English or Spanish to understand. Fact number 2. It has a giant floating hotel. Built as a 5-star super yacht hotel, Sunborn Gibraltar occupies a static 7-deck 465 cruise ship. It's a far cry from the old-fashioned image of Gibraltar. Fact number 3. The Nazis wanted it. Operation Felix was a codename of the purpose nabbing in Gibraltar by Germany during World War II. Hitler held the talks with General Franco about the idea, and the idea was later on approved by Franco, but Franco gets cold. Hitler reportedly saying to his chat with the Spanish ruler with quote, "I would rather have 4 of my own teeth pulled out then go through another meeting with that man again." Ouch, that must hurt that guy's feelings. Fact number 4. Gibraltar has the highest divorce rates in the world. For every 1,000 inhabitants on Gibraltar, 3 marriages meet on a happy end each year. That's higher rate than all but 7 places on Earth, which includes Maldives, Russia, Aruba, Belarus, Latvia, Lithuania, and US. But the Maldives is the way out in front with 10.97 divorces each year per 1,000 inhabitants. Fact number 5. Origins of Gibraltar. This is going to be my 4th origin so far, so we got down Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man. We got those down. Now, we'll have to do the origin story, so here we go. The 6 square kilometers of the rock Gibraltar are steeped in history from the first beginning around 100,000 years ago, when primitive humans and Neanderthal fishes shoreline inhabited the limestone caves, to visiting Phoenician and later Roman seafarers. It was the Moors of Tariq ibn Ziyad, however, that first settled the rock in 711 AD, and since then, this much precise and its people have witnessed many sieges and battles over the centuries. The position of Gibraltar guarding the entrance of the Mediterranean is unreviled and has for years been fought over by Spain, France, and Britain, all claiming possession. Gibraltar was captured by the British fleet in 1704 during the War of the Spanish Succession. On August 4, 1704, an Anglo-Dutch fleet under the command of Admiral George Roque took Gibraltar from the Spanish. From dawn on that day and for the next 5 hours, some 15,000 cannons were fired from the fleet into the city. The invaders, led by the English majority, landed the same morning and not surprisingly encountered little opposition. Under the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713, Gibraltar was ceded to Britain. The treaty stated that the town castle fortifications were to be held and enjoyed forever without any exception or impediment whatsoever. This treaty was renewed again in 1763 by the Treaty of Paris and in 1783 by the Treaty of Versailles. But of course, that hasn't stopped other countries trying to seize Gibraltar over the centuries. As Spain waited for an opportunity to retake the rock, sieges became a common occurrence for Gibraltar. In 1726, war was about to break out as Spanish forces were massed around the rock. Unfortunately, the defenses were not in good repair and the garrison only numbered 1,500 men. After a siege that had heavy bombardment by the Spanish, during which their guns blew up and the gun's barrel began to droop, a truce was declared in 1727. In 1779, what became known as the Great Siege began in numerous tunnels that are a feature of the rock or a legacy from this time. This siege lasts from 1779 to 1783, and it reaches climax in 1782. The Spanish planned an attack from the sea and land, preceded by a heavy bombardment. The Spanish ships were carefully prepared with wet sand and wet cork between this timbers and the sprinkler system to put out fires caused by red-hot shot. However, this does not work, and by the end of the attack on September 13th, the bay was lit up by burning ships. Since that's out of the way, let's just get to the bonus fact. And here's the bonus fact. John Lennon and Yoko Ono got married over there. The peace and love couple tied the knot in Gibraltar. Well-known John Lennon said it in quote, "It is quiet, British, and friendly." John Lennon also said in quote, "We tried everywhere else first. I set out to get married on the car ferry, and we would have to arrive in France married, but they wouldn't do it. We were no more successful with cruise ships. We tried embassies, but 2 weeks resistance in Germany or 2 weeks in France were required." So basically, none were available for their marriage, except for Gibraltar. Okay guys, so now we're going to be looking at, since all the facts are now finished, we're going to be looking at surfer stereotypes. It's going to be very hilarious. So we're going to be watching just one video, and this video is called Bowl Cut Maintenance Video. It's like about this guy who's like demonstrating cutting his hair to do a proper bowl cut, and he was like saying a lot of dudes and mans and stuff like that, and I can tell he's actually a surfer dude, but when you watch the video, it starts off with him saying 5 words.
Alright, this is the illusion.
And yeah, I don't know what he's referring that to. Like, what kind of illusion is he ever referring to? It's just weird, but gladly I have my headphones right here so we can watch the video. Apparently I won't show it up like in the screen right here, yeah, but we're gonna be watching the video. So here we go.
I'm recording from Malibu, California, somewhere on Spaceship Earth.
Okay, first of all, what is Spaceship Earth? This is Earth. This is not a spaceship.
Someone asked me how I keep my bowl cut tight, dude.
Bowl cut tight, dude? Let's do that in slow motion.
Someone asked me how I keep my bowl cut tight, dude. It said the illusion's gonna give you a bowl cut maintenance episode.
A bowl cut maintenance episode by the illusion. I don't know what is he referring to illusion.
Now you only need 3 things. A pair of scissors. I like paper scissors.
Dude, who likes paper scissors?
You need a mirror, poke around the back, because that's the toughest place to get. And you need a brush, man. So to get that all brushed out. Alright, we're all brushed. Now it's time to cut, man.
It's time to cut, man. What else, dude?
Alright, man. So the first cut, man.
Dude, you just said that 2 times.
You just go right across the deal, dude. Boom.
Right across the deal, dude. Boom.
Now, the secret to a bowl cut is not to let it being straight, man.
Whoa, language.
It is what it is. And the only way to really give yourself a bowl cut is to cut it yourself, man. These can't be bought.
Okay, this can't be bought. Dude. Even I say dude, but I don't say man a lot.
There is no hair salon that knows how to give a proper bowl cut. Alright. Now, you can see I kind of farmed it right there. That's pretty radical, but...
That's pretty radical. Radical.
We're not gonna sweat it, dude.
We're not gonna sweat it, dude.
Because it's a bowl cut. Imperfection's the secret to perfection. Alright, now see, I gotta get my mirror out. Get a little behind the scene action going on, dude. Well, truthfully, this is the hardest part of the whole
Once again, language.
bowl cut process. But look, see, you get your strays in there. And you gotta get all of that, man. Well, let's see, I gotta do the old turnaround and see what kind of damage I've done. Well, it's not too bad for the first run, man. Kind of stoked on that, man.
You know who this guy reminds me of? Ryan Hansen. Like when he has like the old hair from Friday the 13th when he was doing that movie, the Friday the 13th. Ow! This is like his older self, except 20 years in the future. Like I know they don't have similar voices, but they just look like each other, except a little bit older, because I can tell this guy has like a little bit of wrinkles in his face.
That needs to be removed. No, that's pretty good for a first run, dude.
Okay, I think we had enough rundowns with that stereotypes. This cannot be bought, man. Radical. I'm so stoked that my bowl cut is very nice, and I look like Ryan Hansen from the past. But now it's the end of the video, so yeah. Thanks for watching for FactsMania Reza. Leave a like, subscribe button, and we will see you tomorrow.